Howdy y'all, Jesse in the gallery today.
Right. Barefoot Skateshoe number 4. You've seen them, you love them, they're amazing. So these were skated for, I don't even know, like 4 months-ish. I mean, not consistently, they'd be even more probably torn, but I mean, like, I skated them a lot. And yeah, as you can see, I wore through the traction pattern, but there's still another 3 millimeters of solid rubber underneath that. So not so good for skateboarding anymore, but good for walking. Somebody with a small penis. As you can see, there's like clearly a footprint in there, right? The big toe there, the paw, and the heel. Plastic to wear it back on that back heel right there. That's how they wear out usually. Let's check the other shoe. Something similar. It looks like a little bit less. Oh, look at that. More paw print or more toe print on the left foot. Less mid foot or whatever. And more, or I mean, in less heel. So less heel, less ball, more toes. That's interesting. More toes, more ball of the foot and heel. How interesting is that? It has to do with walking, but it also has to do with pivoting on the skateboard and pushing on the skateboard. So I think that plays a big part in it, right? This is the foot that's pivoting probably the most. I would imagine the front foot, yeah, for sure. So that's why, I guess. What else? Let's see. They've held up pretty well. I mean, there's like some obvious break points here, right? Underneath the shoe, we saw some break points there. But if you look at the suede held up really, really nice. And the suede in combination with the stretchy denim actually did absolutely wonderful. I remember it was a bit stiff at first, but once these things broke in, they were the most comfortable sneaker ever. And they are. They remain to be the best sneaker I've ever made as far as comfort goes. Let me just show you guys around, see some of the damages. See right there where the shoe creases as the foot turns over. This 2 millimeter straps come off on there, but it never peeled off or anything like that. So this is the ollie point right here. Let's just go ahead and take off the shoe at this point. So if we're looking at this guy, here's the ollie. So like underneath the ollie guard, you can't see it. Before I put the ollie guard on there, I was just running straight through the leather, and it broke through the leather edge, and then like, for example, on this side. So it broke through this way and broke these stitches, but because it is saddle stitched by hand, the rest of the stitches stayed fully intact. And I could have kept skating them, but I didn't want to push it even further past that, so instead I put on this little ollie guard, and I skated them with this ollie guard for another month or two, I think. And this is just another really thick piece, I think, of suede, the same type of suede, and about 2 millimeters thick, I would say, but super solid. I've given it a re-glue, gave it even, look, it's peeling up there. I've noticed that there's different good things that are good about using the shoe glue versus using shoe goo, right? Rubber cement versus shoe goo. See how the shoe goo just peels off like that? It makes a super strong bond, right? When it's on there. But once you start using the shoe, then it just kind of peels off, and it's actually kind of shitty. So, I don't know. Pluses and minuses. See how I sealed the whole thing with shoe goo to hold the this outer part to the rubber sole, which was kind of necessary for these because they're not one piece. I want to have the sole and the side to be one solid piece. I think that's 100% ideal, so you don't get this peeling effect, because you don't want that. I don't want that. I just want to make the best shoes possible, and yeah. So you can see where the thing ended, the strip ended. It's ended over here as well. But this thing kind of peeled off, I think, a couple times. Less on this side, one more on this side where it overlapped. And it, I don't know, I think what did I use? I used glue and then I used shoe glue, I think, actually, or something. Can't remember what exactly, but yeah, and then I just painted over it. But I mean, thing has been super solid ever since. As you can see, we're peeling back. This is just the goo itself, it's not the rubber. But yeah, I mean, the shoe held up. I gave it a repaint. I don't know what the hell happened here, but I gave it a repaint. Kind of looks cool though, huh? Gave him a repaint with the Angelus paint instead of just using the pens, the paint markers. And the Angelus paint seems to hold up much better. The colors are so much more vibrant and does less damage to the suede itself. And by damage, I mean just making like fluffy fluff. And yeah, it seems to soak in, hold harder. Its colors. I mean, it's the best paint in the world, so it makes sense that it would be like that. I think that pretty much covers that shoe. Let's try this one. So, as we can see, holds up pretty well. Same thing on this corner. I think that one popped off. This side never came undone. Again, the goo, more goo. Yeah, I don't know what to do. There's like a certain point. I mean, I don't know. If you were just walking in these things, they'd probably hold up for a fucking hell of a long time. But because I skateboard in them, and I just do everything in them, like they get trashed, right? So I just treat them like a shoe, not like they're some piece of art, because I made them. But other than that, looks like the top. I mean, it's holding on pretty well. God, it's such a beautiful shoe, man. These colors. Look at that texture, the like age. Oh God, why is it just so amazing? Huh? Pretty good at this stuff, man. I'm pretty good, huh? Pretty good. And yeah, ironically, this leather is actually one of the very cheaper ones, which is kind of awesome. I mean, for me, it's like, it's flexible, it's strong, and it's long lasting, and it makes this really cool, like, texturized texture to it, you know? So it's not just plain, slick, boring leather. It gives it more flavor and depth, almost like you painted it with, like, acrylic or something like that, like this. But, yeah. I guess I'm gonna show you guys. Look at this. Woo! Wow, look at that. Oh my God. I painted that. Yeah, that about covers it. Number 4, they have been retired as skate shoes officially. Now they're just my everyday shoes, everyday slight comfort shoes, as I have the FP insole in there. And these FP insoles are pretty freaking worn down, I would say, after several months. I think these FP insoles only got like maybe like 3 or 4 months of like good use out of them before they start peeling. But yeah, I mean, they did the job. They were solid, and I still love them. You can buy them today just like this for 20 grand. Hit me up. Let them be known as the first functioning barefoot skate shoe. One day these will be worth a fuck ton of money. Oh. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. That's it for today. Till next time, see y'all later.